Howdy guys, my name is Billy, aka the Reading Cowgirl, and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while. It has been over 8 months since I uploaded a video. Yeah, life kind of happened. TLDR, I started working more hours, I bought a house, got my driver's license, overall was very overwhelmed with life. And that just means I don't upload on YouTube. Yeah, but I have made a plan. I'm in a very good headspace right now, so I'm very excited to start making content again. I've already recorded 2 other videos, so for the month of January we are all set. I'm just very excited to be back and kind of, you know, express my love for reading in another language than Dutch. So for the first video of the year, I really want to discuss my 2026 reading goals, or like bookish goals, I think I'm gonna call it. And I've hold myself accountable because I really work well under pressure. So if I share my goals with the world, there is a higher chance of me actually getting to them. I have quite a lot. I've all put them in like a bingo, and if I fill the bingo card, I'm allowed to get a tattoo. Not all of the goals I've had are like bookish related. I want to save quite a lot of money. That's nice and all, nothing to do with books though. But there are certain stuff that is book related. So let's get into that. I think first of all, like my main goal is my reading goal, which this year is 150. I have consistently read over 200 books for the past, I want to say 3 or 4 years, which for me was quite easy. I read a lot. I have a lot of commute time. I am on the road quite a lot, and I'm a big lover of audiobooks, so that was like not necessarily a problem. I think my problem has occurred with the fact that at one point I kind of started to hate reading. And that kind of has to do with social media as well. I think I'm at a point where I'm like the book community for, I want to say almost 10 years now. I think February it's 10 years. And I am at a point where I receive a lot of review copies from publishers, which I really, really love. But it also meant that most of the reading I've done in the past couple of years has mostly been review copies. Because I felt like if I'm gifted the book, then I need to read it ASAP, post a video ASAP, stuff like that. And that really sucked the joy of reading out of me. So I think around October I decided to literally say no to all review copies that were offered to me. Also because I was busy with something else, we'll come to that later. And just read for fun. And that has been fun. I found fun in reading. I read, I kid you not, 12 books in the last 4 days of the year because I was just having fun. I think that's my main goal with putting my reading goal lower, is finding fun in reading again. And don't say yes to every publisher, every author that comes to me with, hey, do you want to read my book? Because I have a hard time saying no. And that did mean that I was allowed to push out about 2 reviews a week consistently for almost a year. But it also kind of burned me out. So yeah, I'm gonna find the joy in reading again by putting my reading goal lower, saying no to review copies, and only say yes to books that I think that I would have bought myself otherwise. Because I need to find the joy in reading again, because it started to feel like a job, and that's not what my job is. My job is teaching. So reading should feel like a hobby again, and that's kind of like my main goal this year. And I'm very excited to find my joy in that back again. And that also means that I decided to only post 1 review a week on my Dutch TikTok instead of 2. Because it means that I can take more time in reading the review copies, don't feel rushed about that, and also maybe post some reviews about books I just read for fun and not books I received as an ARC or a review copy or something else. And also saying yes to so many review copies meant that my TBR was not going down. I read 200 books last year and my TBR didn't go down, it only went up. And I didn't buy books. Also for the sake of, you know, having room for stuff until our house is done, I need to say no more. And I just want to read the books that I've already lying around. Like, so I read some books I had for like a couple of years and like enjoyed them so much. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I not get to this one sooner? So one of the goals is also to keep my book buying bank going. I think the like stats are, oh, they're up here. I've not bought a book in over a year. I didn't buy a single book in 2025, and I want to keep that going in 2026. Some exceptions, of course, are the bookish boxes I have a subscription to, which is something else I need to do. I need to read all the books that I get from bookish subscriptions. They're kind of in a pile around me right now, so I really want to read a lot of them. I got quite good at it. I only have 2 Afterlight books left, and then from the other books, I have a bit more Illumicrate. But I've been trying to read them the month after I get them, and it's been really, really fruitful. Also because I have the rule I can only put special editions on my shelves after I finish them to kind of motivate me to read them. And it's kind of a way that are just like lying around and being pretty, stuffed away on a shelf in the back of the room or in the box. So I need to read them so I can put them on my shelves and they all look pretty, because I'm very excited that in our new house I will have a room full of bookshelves. And I want to make like 2 or 3 like bookshelves full with pretty editions. And the other reason I put my reading goal at 150 is because I sort of wrote an entire book in 2025. I'm currently creating it to publishers because I really love it, and I think other people would love it too. It's sapphic, it's super duper gay. It's about 2 women who hate each other, who work at the same school, but they're forced to do a project together. And in the meantime, they fall in love and learn a lot about themselves. And I kind of have a sequel in mind. So I'm going to hopefully write that this year. And just because like writing has taken a lot of my time, I wrote 100,000 words in 9 months. I don't have that much time for reading because I really focus on writing now. I hope to finish the first draft of that one this year as well, especially because I know it will take me a bit longer to write this one, because the book is a bit heavier, I want to say, than the first one, because it deals a lot with grief, and I've been through a lot of grief in the past 2 years, and I feel like this book will kind of be my therapy. And I'm just very excited to write it. I really love the main character, very sassy and like totally different than the main character of the first book. So I'm really excited to write that. So that's kind of the goal, to write my second book and hopefully, fingers crossed, get a contract for book 1. Also because indie publishing is not very big in the Netherlands as Dutch authors, because I read it in Dutch, because I am not confident enough to write in English. Like, props to Dutch people who do. I simply cannot. I need to write in Dutch. And I've had quite a lot of like dates with other writers over the past year, just yap and write, and just, you know, being in each other's presence really helps with writing. And I really want to like keep that going in 2026 too. I've already have like, I think 2 or 3 dates planned with people, and I'm very excited to, you know, just write together. And I also go to write at the library myself once a week. And that's been really helping me with the process of writing. And then there is one specific book I want to read this year, which is this one. It's technically 2 books. It's like an omnibus. It's a doppelband, as they would say in German. Because this book is in German. Do I speak German? Sort of. I spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. And I really wanted to read this one. Like, I've read the Dutch versions of the Wilde Honden, or I think it's in English called Wild Chicks, a lot as a kid. And I'm at the point where I'm like, you know, after over 1,000 days of Duolingo and having had German in high school for 2 years, almost 15 years ago, we don't talk about that, I want to read in German. So I bought a German copy when I visited my best friend while she was doing a semester abroad. And I want to read this one. And just, I'm probably gonna like make notes of it. I will probably make a separate video like on the entire experience of me reading in German for the first time. Because I have some other books lying around in German. I think I have Alles Okay, Bediene la Cour, which is also in German. Because I want to be able to read in German. And I think it's just really cool. It's like, I'm looking at the sentence in this book. Bevor Hannah ging, vragen sie nochmal einmal ob wirklich alles okay sei. And I understand what they mean. Before Hannah left, she asked herself one more time if everything is truly okay. I understood what that meant. Like, there is like a word in the second sentence I don't understand, so I would probably look up the translation of that. But I want to be able to read in German. And I feel like starting with a book that's meant for kids would be the easiest way to accomplish that. I read this part right now and I understood everything. I am so proud of myself. Yeah, I want to read a book in German. So this is probably going to take quite some time. I think in the end, my goal is to read the entire series in German and then probably move on to other books. I probably want to read at one point Percy Jackson in German. I want to start with this one because this was originally written in German. Also, I've been recording my like content, so like the photos, the videos, everything on one day, which has been very helpful because I used to be fully stressed out, be like, oh my god, I don't have a video to post. What should I do? But I work 4 days a week, so I have Fridays off, and I've been using the Friday to record my videos, and it's been really helpful. So just one day of recording stuff, and I just don't have to think about it, and that's been really helpful. So I want to keep that going for 2026 as well. This is some other stuff that's interesting to share. Yeah, no, that's kind of the gist. Long story short, I want to read 150 books. I want to read all the books from Bookish I'm receiving this year or still have lying around. Keep my book buying ban. Write my second book, and hopefully get this first book sold to a publisher. It's a very big dream. And I know it's maybe not realistic, but I'm really hopeful. Oh my god! Oh my god! I am so sorry. I just recorded I recorded a video in which I was looking for nobody in particular and I couldn't find it. And now it's just right there. Oh my, how did I overlook this one? I recorded an entire video in which I keep babbling about how I cannot find nobody in particular, which is, I think, the video that'll be up next week or the week after. And I just found it. Oh my god. Anyway, I completely forgot what I was talking about. So I think this is just the end of the video because it's just me babbling again. Thank you all so much for sticking up with me. I gained 3 subscribers in the entire year I did not post. So thank you. Welcome. This is kind of how the videos go. I just babble to the camera for a good 10 minutes and stuff comes out of my mouth and I edit that and put it on the internet. So I wish you all a very fruitful reading year and a very good 2026 and see you guys next week.